Well, if you were looking for a little taste of summer, then today is your day. Thanks so much for joining me. I'm Krissy Vann. Coming up, we'll be joined by Emily and Rachel with all your weather and traffic details. But what a beautiful start to the morning. We're just outside of the Air Canada Centre where, of course, Leafs playing tonight at 7:30. And it's going to be a great day for Leafs Nation to come out and enjoy the game. 24 feeling like 29. Yes, it is after Thanksgiving, and yes, we're experiencing those glorious temperatures if you do like the humidity. But one thing to be cautioned with, we do have some rain moving in the latter half of the day. So if you are heading out for the Leafs game or just to take advantage of this gorgeous day, my recommendation, Emily and Rachel, is to not leave the umbrella too far behind, starting the morning off ranging from 12 to 15 degrees. Step right up. Summer is here for one day and one day only, so you have to get it while it's hot. Literally, today in Toronto, it's going to be 24, feeling like 29. Thanks so much for joining me. I'm Krissy Vann. Coming up, we'll have Rachel Schutzen with your traffic and Emily Vukovic with full forecast details. But what a great morning even to start off. Temperatures right now ranging from 12 to 15 degrees, but the key today is going to be layering. I certainly recommend a sweater, a light jacket if you're heading out the door, but be sure it's something where you could peel off the layers by lunchtime, because that humidex of 29 going to be feeling significantly warm considering the temperatures that we've had as of late. In addition to that, if you're traveling around the evening commute, you'll want to have a raincoat, the rain boots. So if you're planning to take a trip to Maple Leaf Square like where we are right now for the Leafs game tonight, you'll definitely need the rain gear close at hand. Now, for more details on how the drive is shaping up as well as your full forecast, over to you, Emily and Rachel. Well, if you're like me, you did the full fall change of clothes in the closet, got rid of all the summer stuff, put all the fall sweaters in. Today is the day you're going to have to dig out at least one summer outfit. It's going to be absolutely beautiful. Thanks so much for joining me. I'm Krissy Vann. Coming up, we'll have Emily Vukovic with full forecast details and Rachel Schutzen with your drive. But first, I'm right outside of the ACC where, of course, the Leafs will be playing tonight. Temperature-wise, to start the morning, ranging from 12 to 15 degrees. So you'll want to start with a layer of a sweater, a light jacket, but you'll be getting rid of that by the afternoon. 24, feeling like 29. Yes, we get to enjoy another day that will feel summer-like, so I'm sure many of you won't be complaining. Considering it's after Thanksgiving, I can hardly believe that we're getting this nice break, as I'm not looking forward to winter being not that far in the near future. As for if you're heading out the door, as I say, ranging from 12 to 15 degrees, so not only will you need the light sweater, but later on in the day for the commute, you will also need a raincoat and the umbrella. But luckily, Rachel, things are dry out on the roads. Well, so far, we're off to a pretty pleasant morning. Temperatures ranging from 12 to 15 degrees. But I'm joined by Maggie. You're nice and bundled up. Maggie, how do you feel about the fact that with the humidity, it'll be feeling like 29 later today?
Well, I'm really excited about it because I love the warm weather, but obviously I'm a little bit unprepared and wearing tights and a scarf, so it'll be a treat coming out of work later this evening.
Well, and another question, Maggie, did you happen to pack an umbrella along either?
No, I didn't.
Well, I hate to let you know, you might need that as well. Thank you so much for stopping by. As we head into the evening, yes, we are looking at a little bit of rain. Could come in time for the commute as well. But overall, the main story, we get a little taste of summer. And just like Maggie was saying, and I'm sure many of you agree with me, yay humidity, yay for another taste of summer, because before you know it, we're going to be standing here in the snow. Not looking forward to that upcoming winter. So get out. If you have the chance, go enjoy, especially we have the Leafs game going on tonight. I'm sure as we're hanging out right now in Maple Leaf Square, a lot of people are going to be appreciating those warmer temperatures.
Oh, absolutely, Krissy. Thanks so much for that.
So I'm outside of the Air Canada Centre and Union Station this morning in Toronto, and I have to admit, it's been rather amusing seeing how people dressed for this morning. I've seen a mixture of the full-on winter coat, scarf, gloves, hat, and then some people that are sporting the shorts and t-shirts. So who wins for the day? Well, to start out the morning right now, we're looking at 13 to 15 degrees. But as we progress through the afternoon, those short wears, it's going to come in handy because it will be 24, feeling like 29. That is right. We're going to have a little taste of summer, and I think for many of you, you're going to appreciate that. The last few weeks, we've seen those cooler fall temperatures arrive, so it's nice to have a little bonus day of summer, as let's face it, we're going to be in November and December before we knew it. I mean, I can hardly believe that we just finished Thanksgiving weekend. My waistline, on the other hand, after all that turkey, that's believing it. So as we head through the day, as I say, humidity on the rise, but into the evening commute, we will be looking at some wet weather. So if you're just heading out the door, be sure to grab the umbrella. For more details on your drive and the latest weather forecast, I'll send it back inside to you, Emily and Rachel.
Thanks so much, Krissy. And I just want to point out, look outside our Oakville studios.
Yes.
Gorgeous.
Absolutely beautiful conditions this morning.
Sunny.
You know, mowing the lawn.
Warm. Oh, yeah. There goes our lawn guy.
Well, that was a look at the active weather around the globe in your force of nature. But as for how it's feeling outdoors here in Toronto to start the day, well, I have to say quite pleasant. Certainly want to start off with a light sweater or jacket as temperatures are ranging from 13 to 15 degrees. In fact, I've seen some people sporting full out scarves, hats, even gloves and winter coats today, but that will all be changing as we head into the afternoon. 24 feeling like 29. That is what Toronto and the surrounding areas have to look forward, but it's just one little sample of summer today. It's not going to be lasting all week. In fact, we have wet weather arriving later on today. Could unfortunately be timed with the evening commute, which is not too nice, particularly for commuters that have been battling the roads through this morning, as I know it's been a bit of a mess. But overall, be sure to pack the layers today. I'm sure, as you can tell, Emily and Rachel, I'm a big fan of the summer temperatures, and I'm sure you're going to be enjoying them as well. Well, that was a look at the active weather around the globe in force of nature. Thanks so much for joining me. I'm Krissy Vann in for Kevin Yard. Coming up, Emily Vukovic will have your full forecast details, and Rachel Schutzen will help you through the drive, which unfortunately looking a little bit on the tricky side. But the good news, the silver lining, the sun is shining here in downtown Toronto. Temperature-wise, we've been creeping up into the mid-teens so far this morning, but that's nothing compared to what's coming this afternoon. 24 degrees in Toronto, feeling like 29. Yes, we get to see the return of humidity. I couldn't be happier about it. Particularly, it's just after Thanksgiving weekend. We're in mid-October, getting closer to that winter season. So anytime we get a day like today, you certainly need to take advantage and enjoy it. My recommendation, though, do your enjoying through the afternoon, because as we roll into the latter half of the day, we will be seeing the return of the rain. But I don't know about you, Emily and Rachel. I feel like that's a fair compromise.
Oh, absolutely, Krissy. And I loved earlier how you were talking about what are people wearing this morning? Who's watching the Weather Network and who's not?
Some great video there around the world in your force of nature. Thanks so much for joining me. I'm Krissy Vann in for Kevin Yard. Coming up, we'll have Emily Vukovic with full forecast details and Rachel Schutzen with your live drive. But first, I'm outside of Union Station in downtown Toronto. A fairly pleasant start to the day. Certainly a time of day you want to have a light jacket on. Temperatures ranging around 12 to 15 degrees. But we're going to be heading right up through the afternoon. It'll be 24, feeling like 29 in the city of Toronto. But it's really for one day and one day only. Now, you want to get out and enjoy this through the afternoon, because as we progress through the day, wet weather is on the way. And I have to admit, I've seen a mixed bag of outfits for the day. Lots of people with many layers, scarves, full-on winter jackets. I hope that they packed some layers that they could take off throughout the day, or else it's going to be rather toasty. But Emily and Rachel, I've only seen one person so far prepared with an umbrella.
Krissy Vann is joining us downtown Toronto. Krissy talking to people about how they're enjoying the heat so far, and it's going to be almost summer-like today.
Yes, for sure, Emily. Literally, when my producer called and asked me to fill in for Kevin today, he was reminding me the big story was going to be the humidity, and I said, oh, I know. I've literally been counting down. As soon as I saw it pop up in the app, I was absolutely thrilled. 24, feeling like 29 as we head through this afternoon, and lots of sunshine until the latter half of the day. So we really can't complain. To have a little taste of summer right after Thanksgiving, that, Emily, is something that I'm thankful for.
Me too. Thanks so much, Krissy. Yeah, we're going to join Krissy Vann. She's downtown Toronto talking to people about the heat. And Krissy, myself, and Rachel, and you, we all love hot weather. We could probably handle a day like today right into December, correct?
Absolutely. I would have no problem with that. I have a theory that if I had to spend every winter and replace the snow with the sandy beach, perfectly all right with that. And that is exactly why, if you are like all of us here at the Weather Network, get out and enjoy today. 24, feeling like 29. That is what we have to look forward to. But it's just like those big sales that happen at the mall where they say one day and one day only. And we absolutely mean that, because as we progress in through this week, we are going to be getting into some unsettled territory even later on today. Yes, it will be warm, but you are going to have to keep the rain boots handy. And just be careful as you're holding that umbrella, as Emily, I know, will be dealing feeling with some very gusty winds.
That's true. All right. Thanks so much, Krissy. What a great analogy. It's like a one-day sale. It kind of is a one-day sale on heat.
Well, throughout the Thanksgiving weekend, the mornings that we saw were certainly on the cooler side. In fact, Sunday morning, some of the coldest morning temperatures that we've seen so far this fall. Everything's changing, though. Today, we are going to be experiencing a little taste of summer, 24 degrees in Toronto, feeling like 29. But if you're a summer lover, be sure to get out and enjoy, because everything will be changing as we progress through the rest of the week. Although we'll still have some above seasonal days, today will certainly be the warmest as well. It will be dry through most of the afternoon, but we do have the return of wet weather by the evening hours. A beautiful day in Toronto. The sun is shining, and I'm joined by Leah and Ivan. Ivan, we're going to be experiencing a humidex of 29 by this afternoon. What do you think about that?
I think it's horrible.
Why is that?
Because it's humid, and when we go for a walk, it's just people steam up.
So what have you thought of the fall temperatures so far then?
So far, so good. I'm just afraid of the winter, because people say that we're going to have the winter like last year.
I don't blame you. So at least today we're not experiencing the extreme cold. You not so much a fan of the humidity, but the good news for Ivan and Leah here is that it will be for one day only. So if you are a fan of the heat, do make sure to get outside and enjoy. A summer-like day in the city of Toronto today. I'm joined by Sarah, Emily, and Griffin. Sarah, we're going to have a humidex feeling like 29 today. How do you feel about that?
The weather's great for having the baby and the kid out, except every morning we wake up and we have no idea how to dress, and we have to change our outfit several times throughout the day, but I guess that's being a new mom, lots of laundry.
Absolutely. It's all in the nature of the season. Start out in a jacket, and by the afternoon, you'll be in a shorts and t-shirt.
Thanks very much, Krissy. And the whole changing thing has nothing to do with the weather. that happens regardless. Go through a lot of laundry as a new mom.